Hello, and I guess this is a stream for my 45 subscribers, which, and if people come here, it's mostly going to be 1 or 2 people. But I just want to say before I start off, thank you for the 45 subscribers. I know it isn't much in the grand scheme of things, but I just want to thank you because because I try to. My goal wasn't necessarily to get much clout, but I wanted to put my thoughts out there. And my current fixation is I guess in the general BWE sphere and its subspheres surrounding it. And I noticed a specific format of having a slideshow where you talk, which is fine, but I was wondering how could I succeed but trying to add something new to it, adding having a more organized, unified aesthetic. And so I did that, and let's say I gained a bit. And all I want to say is thank you. I might do a video in the future where I chronicle my diagnosis, my diagnoses and how I got them, and how it led up, how certain events led up to that diagnosis. But for now, I'm still feeling pretty sick. Oh, don't mind the beeping in the background, but I'm still pretty sick, and I want to, and then plus I'm busy with summer camp, so I want to focus on that. So the only thing in my ability right now is to do streams. So now that we have that out of the way, let's get to it. Let's get to our streaming, guys. Oh my gosh. I usually play cooking games or girly games. So, but I'm seeing this Clop. Oh, Riddle School, I heard about that. Frozen Frenzy. The Waitress. Dead Case. OMG, the very first pizzeria game. And yeah, the beeping's gone. Oh. Honestly, the guys at Flashpoint Archive did an amazing job. They did an amazing job preserving all of this Flash knowledge that was there before I was born. I'm pretty young. I'm not even an adult yet. Ooh! OMG! Lee Speaks spoke about this. I might play this later, though. Oh. I can't. Oh my gosh. Lee Speaks talked about this. Damn you, nice person. Oh, again. Should I really be playing this? This is going to distract me from my talking. Bro, you old. Frick! Damn. So hard. I got distracted. This is so hard. You rely so much on reaction time. Frick. Anyways. Oh. Anyways. I guess that game, like, Loki, like, gives me, like, a little segue into, like, my main gripe of how the BWE space handled colorism. I mentioned this in my Uniqas chats video. It's one of my my first Uniqas chats video where I talk about my unpopular opinions, and I just want to say that I kind of really stand by that, because I feel like what they kind of got right in terms of, like, the old colorism conversations that is run by Chrissy D. Mademoiselle, etc., is that they understood how like colorism is a socio-political issue. Oh, they spot how it's a they know how it's a socio-political issue, so they talk about it and how it manifests in interpersonal relationships, which makes sense. However, I feel like over time it's gotten reduced to only the political stuff. To only the like the social stuff. Like I feel like, and as a result, the conversations tend to be very male and heterosexual centered, because almost none of them talk about the dark-skinned, unambiguous queer black woman's experience, which makes sense since most of them are speaking on their own experiences as straight, unambiguous dark-skinned black women. Yet, Cinderella French mansion escape? Oh. And offender, what the I'm not just searching cooking. I love to cook virtual foods. Cooking Academy. Cooking Academy. Cooking classes. Cooking Momo. What the? What? Bro! Bro! Devilish cooking. Oh, what was I talking about again? Jambalaya. What the heck is monkey bread? I might use this in the background of my new videos. Oh, be right back. Whoa. You hear this music, bro. So sinister for no reason. What is like a bob that was sounds like a boss fight music. Finally, so anyways, yeah, on to my point. I feel like certain figures of the BWE space kind of like touted the like very flattened perspective, like only approaching colorism from like a dating angle, because if you like look at these channels videos, you rarely see the political and psychological effects colorism has. They rarely document them. Rather, they almost hyper focus on dating and hyper focus on like black men's dating preferences, and it's like bro, it would be different if these black men were actively dehumanizing you because of your skin color. And they do cover that. They absolutely do cover that. But on the other hand, some of them just simply cover like if a black man like simply goes with a light-skinned woman, for even though it goes for a light-skinned woman, which in my opinion is a pretty much a flattening, because I'm sorry, but like prejudice isn't like about not being attracted to like a person. That could be a part of it, but it's not always about it. Instead, it's about like if you see that if they like dehumanize you or not. Because like the bulk of racism, and especially with racism towards black people, is dehumanization. And colorism is an offshoot of that. So like I feel like colorism perspective, like these colorism channels would have been way more better if they stopped hyper focusing on like the dating preferences of black men of the type of like I feel like the colorism conversations, at least in the old BWE sphere, would have been better if they didn't hyper focus on the preferences of black men. And besides, those type of black men who are like overtly colorist or even like somewhat racist, or no, who are even like racist towards the woman, half of them, I said this in my street, like half of them act like Kodak Black. Half of them act like Kodak Black. And I doubt any of like the people in the BWE sphere want guys who act like Kodak Black. Yet they always give them attention, which I don't get. And feel like this is terrifying. Stop staring at me. Irish stew, Italian pasta salad, couscous. I'm interested in this, bruh. shoot. My mic keeps falling. Yeah. And honestly, what even is this game? This is the most boring cooking game I have ever played. I guess the poo in the back looks adorable. Has depressing music in the background also. But then again, Pooh is like, no offense to Pooh, but he's a kind of a pathetic creature. Oh. So it's... I'm sorry, but I want to make fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. No, I need one in a kitchen. Chicken masala. Yeah. So, anyways. So anyways, yeah. I feel like... Ooh, Cookie Mama. I honestly feel like... Yes, the classic. I honestly feel like it would have been better if the BWE space tapped more, emphasized the points of how they feel dehumanized because of their skin color, not simply for being like a dusty man's preference, because that I feel like it diminishes the severity of colorism. And like the thing is, like the folks in the BWE space like barely talk about this issue, at least in the old variant of the BWE space. Like they barely talk about this massive oversight that they had in their discourse. Like the only folks who I see critique it were folks on the somewhat outside of it, yet they still occupy a similar space. And like most of them have valid points, yet I doubt they would like listen to them, because the people in the BWE space see them as like enemies or something, when like, yeah, I don't agree with everything some certain YouTuber says, but I take what I can agree with. And like, to be honest, if you're like not a fan, and if you're like have an open mind, I actually like agree with like their points. especially with the critique of like how the colorism conversation is purely like stuck on dating, and that's why certain folks in the BWE space started to like trend in a more divester direction. Started to trend in a more divester direction, which low-key like spouts anti-black stereotypes back at them, but just targeted towards black men. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a black men defender, but even that feels weird, in my opinion. Like, sorry for the abrupt silence, I was checking my phone. So what was I saying? Yeah. Like the only folks I see like, I'm not a the number one black man defender, but I personally of the idea that that the dark skin clique espouses, that you shouldn't put any race of man on a pedestal, because I agree, because men are men, no matter what genre. But that being said, yeah. So that's why I'm liking the new version of the BWE space. It's because they're being more transparent about what they want. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't view them as political channels. I would view like a black woman channels I would view as political would be like Fab Socialism, Khadijah, T Noir, and Cat Black. I would view them as black woman empowerment channels who actually tackle the political aspect of it. But like, what I find like the old BWE sphere to be, I find it to be somewhat dishonest, because I feel like colorism is a pretty much political topic, and they were all about it. But like, they never put like political analysis to it. Like, they never put a political analysis to it at all. They just use their feelings. Like, they threw their feelings at a wall and hoping it sticks. That's what I would describe the old vibe of the BWE sphere. And like, I feel like they would like to be somewhat political, because they're tackling the things of colorism, and they have their personal experiences, yet they only have their personal experiences without any like theory to back it up. So that's why I'm loving the newer iteration of BWE sphere. I feel like the figureheads for the newer iteration of the BWE sphere is Akila Shea, Akila Shea, foreign black girls. She's very small, but like I'm glad she's giving us up. She's giving like non-African American black girls a platform, and she speaks and she is also a very needed she's a very needed like part of the new BWE sphere. Oh, and also a new channel that's coming up. Is the Chocolate Squad. I love her. And like I love her. I love all of these channels in general, and I watch them. Oh, and also Pretty Colored Girls. Yeah, Pretty Colored Girls. Yeah, I like her also because she's trying to bridge the gap between the schism that was made in the community. And I love her for that. And she synthesizes seemingly two different talking points into one. Seemingly two different viewpoints, but she manages to merge them into one. And she manages to merge them into like a coherent one, and I honestly admire that. And for me personally, that is who I see as like the newer versions of the people in the BWE sphere. And what I like about all of them is that they are transparent. Like I feel like the old BWE sphere, like Loki wanted to be the cornbread tubers in a sense, like the cornbread tubers, or like the black woman, or the black woman YouTubers who talked about colorism, but like almost none of them, but almost all of them only used like personal anecdotes and experiences. While the black women who did spoke about colorism over in the political bread tuber sphere, they used their own personal experience in tandem with theory. So that's why their claims of colorism and how they explain colorism tends to have more weight to them, because they explain like the origin and the consequences of colorism that has on the people on the micro level, but also on the macro level. And I feel like that's what the people of the old BWE sphere didn't get. Like I doubt they see them directly, but like indirectly, I feel like they tried to emulate what they did. They weren't successful because they only used their personal experiences, and they yeah, they only use their personal experiences. And like they also wanted to have people take the colorism conversation seriously. And yes, but like, I'm sorry, but only people only have so much people only have so much capacity to care about like dating, especially in like a very political issue that is colorism. So yeah, yeah, they only have so much capacity to like hear about OMG, colorism is like when you don't date me. When there is people in the audience who probably get dehumanized for their skin color, or like those people, or the people who don't experience it, trivializing it because they only like see like because to them they only see like dark-skinned black women complaining about not getting dates, when it's more than that. It's literally more than that. Yeah, so that's what generally like upset me with like the old BWE space. They were kind of dishonest in their intent. They were kind of dishonest in their intent of like tackling the seemingly political issue, yet they kind of trivialized it. But what I like about the new BWE space, like sure they talk about colorism, but most of them aren't. Most of them, what? Most of them are what are not political channels to me. They aren't. But like they're more upfront about it and honest, in my opinion. They're more upfront and honest about it. And so and most of them are focused more on self-improvement and how to like embrace their features, which I liked, because like what I don't like about the old BWE space is how overly pessimistic it was. Like I get it, they might need to be overly pessimistic for the views, yet it doesn't help them. The majority of their audience are like young teens, and like people like made videos on how it affected their self-esteem in a negative way. And like the thing is, it was supposed to educate people on colorism. It was supposed to educate people on colorism. Yet I feel like the old black woman in the old BWE sphere didn't have the capacity to like talk about it without like triggering the people who are affected by it, or even triggering themselves. Because you would like see, like if you see their videos, you would see how like heated they got. Which is valid, because colorism is a serious issue, and I of the belief that no minority should like filter themselves in terms of like speaking about their oppression. But in my opinion is that if you're like going to teach it to like people, especially like teach it to people, especially people who are affected by this, I feel like you need to have a certain amount of restraint. Don't be an emotional robot, but you need to have a certain amount of restraint. Oh, I need to wipe my nose real quick. Okay, I'm back. Like, I'm literally talking to no one, but I don't really care. I just wanted to get my thoughts out. Might end the stream soon, maybe. Yeah, I might just end the stream soon. Might have a better one on Sunday, maybe. Oh, wait, I should ask what time zone y'all are in. Because I'm in a different time zone, and I thought maybe if I can host it, I could host it like when I want, like around 6. Because I thought people in America have similar time zones, but I guess it's probably only the case in Florida. So, yeah. Yeah, they were like very overly pessimistic. And it, and like they and like how and they always speak about how like OMG black women are the ugly ones. Oh, and like I'm sorry, but like the rhetoric came off as like very self pitying. Like just one thing to like say how like hey, this is gonna be society's perception of you. However 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 make however you shouldn't like however you shouldn't like let it get to you. I feel like they were trying to communicate that message, but oh shoot, it eventually got worded out by the over negativity. Yeah, it got worded out by the over negativity. Yep, the stream might end soon. I'm too sick. Yeah, I'm sick. So like you all gonna get some short streams. Get some short streams. Anyways, I'm going to be concluding. What I want to say, all I want to say is that sooner or later, after I do summer camp, a new video will be coming up where I talk about my experience as a neurodivergent Unica, and how I got diagnosed. Sorry I was called over for a bit. Anyways, so I might do a video where I document my experience getting diagnosed as a neurodivergent Uniqas. So yeah, I'm going to conclude the stream here. So subscribe and keep the Uniqas magic alive. Bye!